All right, the Lydian mode. Now, we're getting into some modal music now, and we're going to talk about all of the modes. But I want to start with these two because these are two of the more recognizable modes. And when we talk about modes, they're just different scales based on the major scale, and kind of they involve raising or lowering certain degrees, and it creates an entirely different sound and feel from the original major scale. Um, Now we'll get into the history of modes and stuff later and how that all worked. But the first one I want to get into is Lydian. All right, now this is a really cool mode. If you've seen the chord series already, you know, we talked about with the sharp 11 chord, how there was 1 degree of the C major scale that just kind of clashes, that doesn't work. And it's the 4, all right? If you play the 4 along with a C major chord, that F, it's just nasty sounding. But if you raise it 1/2 step, that's not so bad. That's kind of cool. So the Lydian mode, the Lydian scale, what it is, it's just the C major scale, the major scale with a sharp 4. Now, I think of this as the kind of the happy beginning of the movie. The car is driving through the suburbs and, you know, everybody's having a good time. Maybe it's a horror movie, maybe it's a comedy, but maybe it's a suspense movie. But this is the calm before the storm. So it's just, you've heard that sound before. You've heard it in a lot of movies for sure, and TV shows. One in particular that you would have heard it in is The Simpsons. If anybody's ever watched The Simpsons theme song. That's the Lydian mode. And if you've ever tried to figure that song out using a major scale, you're like, what's wrong? Why can't I get this to work? It's got a sharp 4 in it. That's why. So that's the Lydian mode, and that kind of gives you an idea of like how we can expand out these scales and this knowledge that we're building on, and how to make some real cool real cool colors and produce some neat emotional reactions with our music, which is our goal. All right, that's the Lydian mode. See you next time at Dorian.